What's up, my fellow political vigilantes? You are all making Gotham great again by watching this show, The Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. You're coming here because I'm going to tell you stuff that they're not going to tell you in the corporate media. That's why you get your news at YouTube, right? So when they ask, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? First of all, they never talk about MMT, something I have a whole extensive playlist on MMT. If you want to learn about MMT, please watch all of the interviews I've done with all of these different economists and people that are knowledgeable about MMT. It opened my eyes up and it'll open your eyes up in terms of how they can pay for stuff. But the thing they want to do is they always want to say, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? When we want Medicare for all, when we want free college tuition, they always want to say, how are we going to pay for it? They never talk about, nobody ever asks that question when we want war. How are we going to pay for it? I don't know. Maybe these clowns pay taxes. 60 of America's wealthiest corporations paid $0 in taxes on $79 billion in income. $79 billion in income, they paid $0 in taxes. The corporate tax rate, despite getting cut from 35 to 21%, that's the Trump tax plan. Really, 35% was too high? Don't forget this. When the conservatives say, oh, we got to get back to the 50s when everything was so great. Yeah, there's a lot going on that was good in the 50s. I mean, black people had to sit on the back of the bus and women were second-class citizens. But, other than that, there was a lot of great things. But in terms of economically, it had the highest tax rate in the 50s. It had the highest banking regulation. It also had the highest union membership in the 50s. That's what was creating all this upward mobility. This doesn't create upward mobility. This doesn't expand and have a thriving middle class where if you work hard, you get ahead. This doesn't do that. This just benefits corporations and billionaires that own them. 60 companies in the Fortune 500 managed to pay a negative tax rate despite making tens of billions in income. The Institute for Taxation and Economic Policy, which analyzed the 10,000 Securities and Exchange Commission filing, these companies have to file as publicly traded companies. For tax year 2018, dozens of corporations not only managed to pay $0 in federal taxes despite their profitability, but they actually got a collective tax rebate of more than $4 billion. So that not only didn't they pay, they also got a rebate on top of that. Boy, I wonder if us regular citizens got to do that. We all just paid our taxes. What if next April 15th, everybody on the 15th, everybody filed an extension? Boom. A couple 100 million people just all file an extension all on April 15th. Amazon, our friends Amazon alone, was able to get a tax bill to zero despite pulling in $11 billion in income, according to ITEP. Their federal income tax rebate amounted to $121 million, meaning that U.S. taxpayers effectively subsidize Amazon to the tune of $129 million. Do their employees make $25 an hour minimum and get health care and a retirement package? No. They get $15 an hour thanks to Bernie Sanders, but they really don't get much more than that. And that was only because Bernie pressured them. This company was able to use a multitude of legal loopholes, not just loopholes in the Trump tax cuts, but ones that already existed prior to the bill that was passed in 2017. Netflix also benefited from this. They were paid zero in taxes in tax year 2018, despite making almost $900 million. Netflix also paid a negative federal income tax rate and got more than $22 million in tax rebates due to its deft use of corporate tax loopholes. But that's why their employees all got raises, and all of us that are subscribing to Netflix, the rates went down. Oh, wait, the Netflix prices are going up. Oh, wait a minute. Did I read that right? $22 million in tax rebates. They paid $0 in taxes. Despite making $900 million, and their rates went up? Huh. That's fair. So when the pundits ask, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to pay for it? Ask this. When are corporations going to pay their fair share? Not only pay their fair share in taxes, but also not get tax breaks due to loopholes. When's that going to happen? This week, IRS data showed that tax refunds for everyday American workers are down by $6 billion. Tax refunds. Everyone I talk to, they paid more in taxes. They're getting less back. If I have friends of mine that are homeowners, oh, they got stung hard. Ron Placone told me his taxes were higher. This Republican tax package, which revised IRS withholding rules so that while many Americans may have had a few more dollars in each paycheck, they ended up owing federal taxes this year as opposed to getting a refund. But Jeff Bezos, he didn't have to pay taxes, and he flies around on a $75 million Gulfstream. That's what happens, folks. So Amazon and Netflix hire people, directors such as myself, filmmakers, comedians for Amazon Prime. And so doing a video like this could cost me work. Might not, but it could. So I appreciate your support at patreon.com, at rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Coming to the shows, the Progressive Comedy Tour. I have a P.O. box if you want to just support me that way. If you don't want anything online, some people have just sent me cashier's checks or whatever. You share these videos, you like, you subscribe, positive comments helps. That tracks all the numbers up. We're getting close to 20,000 subscribers, which is a big deal. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting this show. And thank you for shaving your knuckles for justice and making Gotham great again.